This is a hero character that I created in Maya. So basically using XGen to create the grooming spline. So for example, if you want the density set to 45, but if you want it to be as thin as a Chinaman's beard, then you dial this down. And say you want to keep the length at 45 for a good density. Sorry, density at 45. Now you can dial up the length of the hairs as well. Side profile, I'll just show it going from 1, getting bigger and bigger and bigger, just growing. So to show how this was constructed or built inside Autodesk Maya, what I'm going to do is switch the locators off, switch the plugin shapes off. I'll go to the outliner and switch head off. So next, curve network 2, this one. Start out with some basic geometry. I suppose it's kind of like concentric squares and circles, but there's a bit of complexity to that. I suppose you could model it mathematically, but you can basically do it in Autodesk Maya as well. Go from curve network 2. This is basically the curve network for building the polygon surfaces, because it's the polygon surfaces that are used to generate the grooming splines or the hairs that you see. From curve network, this one, there's actually 36 lines here from the middle, and then from that, basically the width is shorter than the depth, so it's longer from front to back and it's shorter from side to side. From there, you want this, but you want the shaded mode, and you'll see what I've actually done is generate a using the create polygon tool, generated a wireframe mesh from the squares, circles and lines. But then you get to the problem, well, how do I separate the forehead from the scalp? So I'm actually using lofted cylinder sections, just cylinders that have been lofted. Right. So now, if I show the scalp, this one, switch this off, put shaded mode back on, you'll see how we've created 2 different sets of polygons. Shaded mode, wireframe, actually separate now those. Next, it needs to be retopologized. So let's have a look at these. I suppose that'll be the original, and these ones look slightly different because you retopologizing based off of the head, and I got the head off of got the head off of Turbo Squid. It's a company that sells assets for Maya. People build them and then sell them on there. See, the head's got edge loops around the eyes, ears, nose, and mouth. So maybe this is slightly too wide. So you see, it's outside, a bit inside, but then the retopologized versions look a bit different. And basically, you do the same for the beard. So it's a retopologized base mesh. What you do is you make the head, you select the asset and use a function to make it go live, and then from there you can use a create polygon tool to retopologize or build another polygon mesh that can be used. Suppose now if I switch this back on, say for example I select that and switch that back on, see roughly there or thereabouts it models the front, and then using those assets you can then use XGen, which is back to the beginning. So if I just go to show all now, switch those back on, XGen will show, for example, making it thinner and wispy, changing the length, just dial it up. I have a thick beard. I can select the polygon mesh, and then obviously there's 4 views. Top. Let me change this back to 1. That's the top view. Side view. Back view. Front view. Perspective view. There's many things you can do with this application. Actually, just to briefly mention, Epic Games have got something called MetaHuman. For example, this asset isn't really production ready, but if you build something like this in Autodesk Maya, it's good proof of concept, because this application is used by Disney or whatever, Pixar, DreamWorks. This will never be production ready. It's just, I suppose, helps you understand or whatever. It's supposed to be a hero character. Anyway, thanks. Bye.